forgiveness is a gift to yourself. But is that really true? Why isn't the driveway done? Can't you do anything right? Yelled my dad. And as many 18-year-olds who think they're all grown up, I yelled right back, you can't treat me like this anymore. I'm an adult. I'm out of here. Threw open the door and he slammed it shut on me, grabbed my wrist and pushed me back against the stairs with his hand around my neck. A lightning bolt of fear rushed through my body. I didn't know what he was going to do because he'd never been physical like that before. His abuse had been verbal and emotional, but never physical. The next thing I remember, I was sitting in my room crying. I cried what for seemed like hours. Felt so trapped and alone. He never spoke of it again, never apologized, and I held a grudge for years. Anytime anybody asked me about my dad, I'd say he's an asshole, abusive, or some other negative thing, because I just couldn't see him as anything else. Years later, I got the call for the umpteenth time that my dad was in emerge. He had a multitude of health conditions that had brought him close to death. But miraculously, every time he'd perk back up in a day or two, bossing the nurses around again to let us know that he was back on the road to recovery. We used to say my dad had 9 lives. This time, I was cleaning up my classroom on the last day. So thinking it was no different, I sighed at the inconvenience of having to leave my class in such a clutter. But this time was different. When I reached my dad's bedside, he grabbed my hand and said, I want to talk to you about something. Okay, I said, taken aback at the serious look on his face. Nothing could have prepared me for the words that would come out of his mouth next. I'm sorry for that day when you were 18. I started to bawl because I knew without a doubt that my dad's 9 lives must be coming to an end. He shushed me gently as I tried to stop him. You don't have to talk about this, I said, blubbering through my tears, as if stopping the apology would somehow arrest his death. And he just smiled at me lovingly and carried bravely on. I don't remember any other things he said that day, just the feelings of remorse and love he had emanating from his soul through his eyes, and the feelings of love and gratitude I felt for this genuine apology. Our eyes locked, and in that moment, we both knew deep forgiveness was happening. My dad got moved up to ICU and, of course, perked up and was chatting away. It gave me hope. Hey, maybe it was wrong. This wasn't the day that he was going to leave us. He said, go and take your husband out for his birthday. I'll be here. Come back on Monday. And so I did exactly that. The next day, at 11:30 p.m., the phone rang. My heart sank. I knew. And I wonder now if my dad knew too, and he just didn't want us to have to be there when he passed. On June 27th, 2004, simply hearing the words, I'm sorry, completely changed the trajectory of my life. The constellation of events with my dad had left me hurt, broken, and depleted. But that day, the forgiveness process started. For that, I'm eternally grateful. Over the years, I've been able to forgive him further, realizing that he was doing the best he could with what he knew how to do. And in forgiving him, I've learned that through forgiving, we open our hearts to more love. And I think my dad would agree. I feel like he's smiling down on me as I tell this story, and that gives me such a sense of peace. So yes, as the saying goes, forgiveness really is the gift to yourself. The true gain is the love and healing you gain when you open your heart and excavate that boulder of hurt.